Hello, everybody. I'm just waiting to make sure that everything is working. I think it is. I think I'm seeing a bit of a delay, but that's okay. So we'll just give everybody a couple seconds to hop on. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Let's see. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If you could just type in the chat bar that you can hear me, that would be great. I just want to make sure that everything is working. This is the first time I'm doing YouTube live, so I'm not totally sure what I'm doing. So hopefully we're good, and hopefully you guys can hear me. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kim Bentz, and I am a Beachbody coach. I've been a coach for about 19 or 20 months now. I joined in April of 2015 after a couple months after I had had my second baby, my son Connor, he'll be 2 in a couple weeks. But so a little bit of backstory as to how Beachbody came into my life and how all of this kind of happened. I had been a fitness instructor for a few years. I taught boot camp. I taught Les Mills Body Pump, which then was BTS, Body Power, Group Power. I had done all sorts of different classes and had done them up until I had my second baby. And after I had Connor, realized, we had moved, we built a new home, and so we weren't as close to the gym, and it was just becoming a little too much. And so I knew I had to kind of put that health and fitness thing to the side, at least for a little bit. But I had been a customer of Beachbody for a few years. So I bought Insanity, I bought P90X, I bought T25 when T25 came out. It was right after my daughter was born, and I wasn't able to get to the gym as much, so we bought T25. So I had been a customer. We had tried the Shakeology. We bought it from one of my friends from college, who at the time was a coach herself, and I remember posting on Facebook, I really want to try the Shakeology that everybody's drinking, but I'm not sure it's worth the investment, which I'm sure a lot of other people feel the same way. And so she messaged me and offered to send me some sample packets. So we tried it, and my husband loved it. I'll be honest, the regular formula doesn't agree with me. So when I tried it and it didn't sit well in my stomach, I thought, this is a huge waste of money. I'm not drinking it. And we had bought a bag because frankly, I felt bad that I had this girl send me 2 sample packets, so I bought a bag. I didn't sign up to get it every month because I thought she just wants to make money off of me, and I really don't want to buy it every month. And so after that month was up, we just never bought anymore. I just told my husband to drink carnation drinks, and it's just as good, which is a story for another day. So anyway, so that was 2013, so like the spring of 2013. And so, I'd been doing T25. I was still teaching. About a year later, I got pregnant with our son Connor, had Connor in December, and remember asking for Christmas from my parents the 21-day fix. And I said, as soon as I have this baby, I'm going to start doing it because I've seen all the infomercials and I wanted the containers. I wasn't really sure I even cared about the workouts. I just really wanted the containers. So with that, a friend of mine had said, why don't you join a challenge group that my friend runs? She's a coach, and why don't you just join the challenge group? And I was one of those people who was like, don't care, not into it, definitely not needing the support or accountability, but I'll sign on just for the recipes, because at the time that's all I really wanted was the recipes and some meal planning, because again, I had 2 small kids at home and I just needed some help. So I joined the challenge group. I didn't buy anything from her. She wasn't even my coach at the time. She just let me join her private Facebook group. So I did. And I was super surprised as to how much I loved the group. It was amazing. The women in the group, a lot of them were moms, some of them were new moms, so I had a lot to relate. We had a lot to relate to. They were super supportive and motivating, and it was one of those things where I just wasn't expecting that. Coming from the group fitness world, I wasn't sure how a Facebook group would offer just as much support. But it was awesome because I was able to go in every day and post about my workout, post about my nutrition, post about questions. People were posting recipes, they were posting tips, and it just honestly felt like this amazing community. And so that was about the time when I knew I had to step away from teaching because we were living with my parents. We had sold our house, like literally we moved out not even a week before I had my son Connor. Our house, we didn't even break ground yet. We knew we needed a new car because I was driving the Jeep that I had since college. And so, my husband and I both have really good jobs, but we knew we needed something. We needed another source of income to be able to pay for, the car payment and all the stuff we had to do at the house and all the things we wanted. And so I saw my now coach post about vacation she was going on that Beachbody paid for and all of these great things she was able to do. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to sign on just to make some extra money to cover the cost of a car payment. It'll give me my health and fitness fix. I already use the products. Why not? And so I contacted her and she, set up a time to chat. And she's like, okay, we're going to set you up with a challenge pack so you can have your Shakeology and your fitness program. And I said, well, I'm not drinking Shakeology because it doesn't work for me. It doesn't sit well in my stomach. I just don't think it's worth it. And so she had said, well, why don't you try the vegan formula, which nobody had suggested to me before. So very hesitantly, I bought it. I decided why not, and got the vegan Shakeology, loved it. It's all I drink now, and signed on as a coach. And so she got me hooked into new coach trainings, and I started following some of the top coaches in the business and quickly realized that this thing that I wanted to do to cover a $240 car payment really could turn into something much more. A lot of the top coaches are people just like myself who were moms. Some of them stay-at-home moms, some of them had careers, and they decided that this is the life they wanted. And so they went all in and are making 6- and 7-figure incomes, home with their kids. And so I thought, why not? And so with that, I, did all of the steps, that the trainings told me to do. And within the first month, I hit certain milestones in the business like Success Starter and, making $200 in that first month so I could cover the cost to get myself signed up and then some. And, what I found to be so awesome about it was the products just, they speak for themselves. So, as you're posting about your workouts and you're posting about your eating and you're posting about the Shakeology, people are hearing about it, on the radio, on the TV, and just online and seeing their friends do it. And so people were just super interested, which was so exciting. And so fast forward 20 months later, how has this business changed my life and how has it changed my family's life and why am I even doing this video and wanting to pay it forward? So my husband and I, when we were pregnant with our daughter, set up a separate account and we put a little bit of money aside from each paycheck for our Christmas fund because, I'm not sure about the rest of you, but when Christmas, Thanksgiving and then December rolls around, as exciting and as awesome as the holidays are, it can be super overwhelming because you've got all these gifts to buy and parties to go to. And, a lot of people just rack up crazy credit card debt. And so we decided we didn't want to be in that boat. So we were putting aside just a little bit of money out of each paycheck, and we thought that way when the holidays roll around, we can pull from that fund and we're not going to have to pay anything on a credit card, which is awesome. And so we did that for the past couple years. And then this year, I was looking at my earnings from the past couple weeks. So with Beachbody, you get paid every single week, every single Thursday morning. Your money is automatically put into your account. It's right there. You don't need to go to the bank, nothing like that. And it's every week, which is nice. And I was looking at the money coming in, and I was like, we don't even have to touch that money. We can just save that. That can be whatever. Maybe it'll be a vacation fund. Maybe, we just moved into this house that you can see behind me. Our walls aren't even painted yet. We've been here for about a year, but we haven't painted. It except for the white paint that the builders did. So we can do whatever we want with that money, but we can use our money from Beachbody and we can use that to pay for Christmas. We took our kids to Disney in May. Last minute, we decided why not, because we had some extra money. So I'm not saying it's always been easy. I like right now, my kids are downstairs. They're getting ready for bed. Once they go to bed, there are many nights when I'm just super tired, and the last thing I want to do is be sitting behind my computer doing work. But, I did it. I did it consistently. And I'm not saying I put in 30 or 40 hours a week. I mean, I'm talking 1 to 2 hours a day. Some weeks I put a little bit more in, some weeks I put a little bit less, but that's the cool thing about this business is you can do decent and not be putting in 40 hours a week. Obviously, to make those 6 and 7 figure incomes, you do need to put a little more effort into it, but I got to where I am by really working it on the side. My husband works an hour away, so he's not home very often. I have a pretty demanding full-time job, 2 small kids who are super active, who are really involved. So my time is truly really limited, but I find time to make it work. And it's starting to really pay off in ways that I didn't even think were possible. And so I'm just super, super excited about, kind of what it's done for me and what it's done for my family. So insert this coaching opportunity event of the year is what I'm calling it, because I am going to be doing something over the next 2 weeks that I've never done before. And, I know it's a busy time for everybody, but there's no good time to do things like this. There's always things that come up. So what I'm doing starting next Monday, so December 5th, is enrolling 5 people. So I'm capping it at 5 people because I want to have a really small one-on-one mentorship program for the next 2 weeks. But I'm starting my 14-day power training program. And it's a program I took some of the trainings that I did and some of the trainings from some of the other top coaches and put them together in this power training program. So basically, it's your 14-day training program to success in this business, to jumpstart your success. So we'll start on the 5th, we'll end on the 18th, so it gives you a full week before Christmas. And the thought behind that is if you're sitting here and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I've got all this credit card debt, I have all these gifts I have to buy, I'm going to be starting off the new year with all of this debt, this is a way for you to not have to worry about that. So, over a 14-day period, I'm going to work with you to create that structure and to create that foundation to be able to make $200 in that first month, and then maybe $200 next month, maybe $400 next month, so that you can start to pay off that credit card debt, or maybe put money aside for a car, or take your family on vacation. So what does that 14 days look like? Well, every day for the 14 days, you're going to be getting 1 video. The videos are not long. They're about 5 minutes, under 5 minutes. There's a handful of videos that might be 10 minutes long, but really they're pretty short. And you will have to put in maybe 20 to 30 minutes of time each day for those 14 days. So it's not a lot. That's it. I'll do a one-on-one call with you each week. So you'll have 2 one-on-one calls with me, which I usually only do 1. But because I want to pay it forward and really help you kick things off quickly, I'm going to do 2 one-on-one calls, one the first week, one the second week. And then each week I'm also going to do a power call. So it's going to be some of my top leaders and, the 5 people that I picked to be part of this program. We're going to hop on a call and we're just going to go through best practices and we're going to answer questions. And it's really going to be kind of your power hour of new coach training. So really over the course of 2 weeks, I'm asking you to invest 9 hours, which I think is totally doable. So 9 hours over the next 14 days to be able to start 2017 doing things that are going to clear that credit card debt from the holidays. So I'll be teaching you everything I did in my first month to earn that first $200, my first month of coaching. I'm going to teach you how I hit success starters, what that even means, how I was able to kind of catapult my business and start to create some really good income for my family. I know the holidays are busy. I know they're hectic. I know that you probably have Christmas parties. You probably have shopping to do. You've got decorating to do. But 9 hours over a 14-day period, so not even an hour a day, is what I'm asking you to just invest to, be able to get something that you haven't had before. A little bit of a disclaimer, Beachbody obviously does not guarantee any level of income, so it's all up to you and the work you put into it. But I'm going to be giving you all of the tools you need to be successful. So again, this is my busiest time of the year too. I mean, when I decided to do this, I think my husband thought I was crazy because we're super busy. We've got things every day, every evening. My work schedule is pretty hectic, but I thought I need to pay this forward. As we were putting our tree up this weekend, I realized how fortunate we are and how blessed we are, and I know that not everybody has that. And so I really want to pay it forward. So you'll be getting one-on-one calls with me each week. You'll be getting 2 power team calls, which is just, again, going to be super, super awesome. You'll be put into this proven program that's, 14 days long. It's proven success. It's everything you need to know for this business to be successful and to kickstart your business. And I'm also going to be sending you one of my all-time favorite personal development books. It's the very first book that I read when I started in this business. It's called The Compound Effect. It really put things in perspective for me. And so I'll be gifting that to the 5 people that I select to be part of this program. So again, why am I doing this? Beachbody and this business has just totally changed my life. Again, I started super busy. We were building a house. I had a 3 or 4 month old at the time, a 2.5-year-old, living with my parents, working full time, meeting with builders, trying to get things situated. And so when people heard that I had decided to become a Beachbody coach, they were like, where are you going to find the time to do that? Again, there's no easy time. There's no good time. It's always hectic. But I decided that I wanted to change my lifestyle. I now want to be home when my kids get on the bus. I want to be here when they get off the bus. I want to be able to participate in their events at school. But I also don't want to have to sacrifice, going from a 2-income family down to a 1-income family, because I want them to be able to do things. I want to take them on vacation. And I enjoy working. So I need an outlet for myself too. And so what started as I want to cover the cost of a car payment so I'm not taking away from what we're saving each month turned into I can make this work as a career. And now I can do my health and fitness, with my business background and combine it into one thing that's just something that I love a lot. So if you're watching this and maybe you have some questions, or maybe, you are thinking, I don't know if this is for me, I need some more information, you feel free to email me at kimberlyabents@gmail.com or find me on Facebook and shoot me a message and we can chat about what the program consists of. Or if you're sitting there saying, I totally want to do this and I'm all in, then by all means, shoot me a message on Facebook, send me an email, I'll get you all signed up, we'll get you started. We'll take 14 days. We'll kickstart your business. You'll start January with momentum, with the base that you need to start building this business and to start bringing in money so that you can start within your first month, starting to pay off that credit card debt or starting to put money aside for vacation or for your car or even just extra spending money. Or maybe, you are a stay-at-home mom and you're like, we need extra money. We need grocery money, whatever the case may be. Or if you're sitting there and you're thinking, man, I have a great job, but I'd love to be home. I'd love to do something in health and fitness. And I need to replace my 6-figure income. Then this is for you as well. So again, reach out to me on Facebook. You can email me, kimberlyabents@gmail.com. Again, only 5 people. I want to make sure that I keep it super small. Again, it's a busy time for me too, so I don't want to take on too many. So first 5 people that commit are going to be part of this program, and we're going to kick things off and end 2016 strong and get you guys all set up for success as we start the new year. All right, everybody, have a great evening.